Since we did our review of Die Hard, and it's arguably one of the best Christmas movies, or considered a Christmas movie, some people say it's not. We say it is. I also say that Lethal Weapon is equally a Christmas movie based on the time setting because it's done around Christmas. With a Rotten Tomato score of 80% by the critics and 86% by the audience, let's get started. Are you done? I haven't even gotten started. So you don't remember that scene?
No. That one blew past me.
Oh, boy. Welcome back to Tales of Two Bros. My name is Angel.
I'm Adon.
Where we give a review at least once a week. Spoiler alert. Directed by Richard Donner, which we just reviewed. Scrooge, who was also directed by Richard Donner. A lot of the same actors, supporting roles, are in this film as well. Even though this movie came out first, you have here Mel Gibson playing the lead of Martin Riggs. You have Murtaugh, played by Danny Glover. At the time, the very sane Gary Busey. He was a badass in this role. You also have Mitch Ryan, which I know him from, I don't know from one other project, was Liar Liar. He played Jim Carrey's boss in that. And then Tom Atkins. Yeah, he's from Halloween 3.
Yes.
I know he's been in other projects, but those are like the two. This movie and Halloween 3 is all I know him from.
Funny enough for me, because I also remember him, but from a bunch of other stuff. Like, I remember him in Night of the Creeps, My Bloody Valentine.
Oh, so he did a lot of horror movies.
Yeah, he did. He was in the Nicolas Cage film Drive Angry. I think he was on Oz. Just random things I can remember. But yeah, he's done a lot of stuff. Mostly horror that I remember.
Did you watch it on DVD or streaming?
Streaming. I watched it on Amazon Prime.
Did you rent it?
I did.
Now, for me, I watched the director's cut version. I don't have the regular version.
Yeah, no, the one they had was the regular version, if I remember correctly.
Okay. The director's cut is like 7 minutes longer, and what they showed, not necessary. They showed Riggs at a school taking down a sniper. Just like, why? Because like the way we meet him first at the
Christmas trees.
Yeah, the Christmas trees doing the deal, the Coke deal. That's where we meet him, and that's great because it shows him that how off the wall he is and not, I guess, traditional in the sense of cop. And plus, it doesn't make no sense because he's like, looks like he's bouncing from one scene or scenario to another, like one case to another. Because he goes to the school to save these kids from the shooter, and then he's goes and does a drug bust. Which, to my knowledge, when you're on a drug bust, you're focusing on that. You don't go and like.
Yeah,
do this, do that.
It's usually not like you just pop in. It's usually like a case that you've been working for a while, kind of like Beverly Hills Cop. You've been working it for a while, and then that is your case until the end.
So I kind of wish I saw the original, like you did. I love this. I remember the first time I saw it was in the theaters. It was awesome. Watching it again, it still has some great moments. A lot of comedic moments. It has the serious moments. And this is the first movie to display Gracie Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Rorion Gracie, he was one of the fight choreographers. So the big fight scene at the end is Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, where he does the triangle choke with the legs.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy that's in, when we first meet Joshua and the villains, and that guy that shows up.
Yeah.
He's the villain in Red Heat.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, yes.
Yes. He's the main villain in that. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, you know who else is in this? The Asian of Persuasion.
Oh. you try and get...
With the lamest death ever. With the lamest death scene ever.
Endo. Al Leong.
Yes, but the way he dies, he just stands there and goes like, oh, being choked by legs. It's like oh my.
Mel Gibson's thighs. They're more powerful than you realize.
Wasn't his thighs, it was his ankles.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You know, like if he wrapped his legs around the neck a little bit more, because I think his legs were tied as well.
I thought they were just hanging.
Like rope. Maybe. I thought they were wrapped around too, loosely wrapped around with rope. But maybe, yeah. But it would have been a better death scene. But he just stood there, like he didn't try to fight or whatever. Yeah. He just like,
and that's one of the few actors that we know can do a fight scene.
Well, yeah,
it's like we've seen him do legit fight scenes.
That's his second or maybe his third Christmas-related movie because he's in Die Hard.
Mm-hmm.
He's in this, and I believe he's in the Last Boy Scout.
Was the Last Boy Scout Christmas movie?
I think so. It was around football. I think it was, or maybe Thanksgiving. One of the two. Damon Wayans and with Bruce Willis. Oh, do you know who wrote this? Shane Black. I'll answer for you. Shane Black. He wrote Predator. He was in Predator. He wrote also
Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3 and directed it. He
Kiss,
also
Kiss,
did
Bang, Bang.
Yes. And Get Smart.
Ooh, okay.
Surprised when I saw his name, I was like, oh my God, he did this one too. Which is crazy because not crazy because he did great job writing, but his job or his work on The Predator, so bad.
They can't all be winners.
With his resume, it should have been awesome. It should have been an awesome piece of work, but it was terrible. Now, going back to here.
Yes.
What was your favorite moment?
I can't really pick a one true moment. I would say it was the interaction with Danny Glover and Mel Gibson. Those two. No, I'm saying throughout the film they carried it. It's like their chemistry.
The chemistry
is what seals the movie, and that makes it the best part. Without that, honestly, I don't think the movie would be as good.
No, yeah, their chemistry together. Well, you have two things. You have a guy who's also in the sense of about to retire. He's by the book.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I could tell you what was a good moment. After Murtaugh jumps off the building with the guy who was planning on jumping, and he takes him to the diner.
Yes.
And they're yelling back and forth, and he's like, "You just want to do it? Go ahead and do it. Take my gun and do it." And he realizes he's going to pull the trigger, and he pulls it away. It's like the realization
at that moment, but then at the end, he says, "I'm not crazy."
True. No, but that's what he was saying. Like he says, he's like, "You're not trying to get this. You're not crazy. You're really wanting to do this."
Right. No, that is a great scene too. I agree. The whole thing from the jump to Riggs' exit, because he is a man that is angry at almost everything. He's angry and sad every day. Like he tries to kill himself nightly.
Yeah.
He just can't do it. On that drug bust, you see that he needs a moment to calm down, right? And then on that jump, that whole thing, like, oh, you want to jump? Do you really want to? Well, let's jump then. Murtaugh comes in, and you notice that too when he goes to throw a strike that he just blocked. The hell did I just do?
You got too excited. That's what you did.
Technical issue here.
A few moments later,
he does a Wing Chun move. Really, actually, I believe it's Lap Sao that he does deflects the punch. But when they're yelling at each other, you really want to kill yourself.
Yeah,
you see him that Riggs is coming back to reality, where he's like, "I'm hungry. I'm gonna get something to eat." His eyes just change. It was just such good acting in that scene. The intensity. And then the switch. Also, my favorite moment was the finale fight scene. It reminded me at the end, the very end, it kind of reminded me of Die Hard, where the killer comes back and then the final shoot
it's
scene.
Pretty much that scene.
Yeah, but instead of one person, there's two people shooting at him.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of like the same thing. And the slow motion. And yeah, it was just like, but the fight scene was intense and good.
Yeah. I mean, it's highly unrealistic, even though was it Murtaugh? I'll take all responsibility. Let him handle this. Everybody's just standing back. That's not going to happen.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Not televised.
True. Would not be televised. Yeah.
Helicopters all around, like the whole thing. And matter of fact, that was one of the problems I had a flaw with. They figured out Gary Busey's character was going to go to his house, right? So they had police there, but they already emptied out the house and left the note on the Christmas tree.
Right.
So they basically left the two officers there as decoys to die.
Yeah, they're like the Expendables.
Exactly.
Like you would think like as soon as he pulled up, all the cop cars would have pulled up.
Absolutely. But no, they were trying to do that scene from that we reviewed, Nighthawks.
Oh yeah, was Sylvester Stallone.
It felt like that was trying to reenact that scene.
Like a trap.
Like a trap and be different. But then it dawned on me, like, they just sold out these two officers that are just trying to do their job just to die for no reason.
You're absolutely right. Yeah. I didn't think about that. Yeah. Because the thing is, like, yeah, he says there was a note for him.
Yeah.
Something, I can't remember what the note said, but something to good guys.
Yes.
Sincerely the Good Guy, something like that. But it was a good scene, though. I mean, why would you crash into the house if the house is like empty in a sense of safe? Why would you destroy
crash your one car into
your partner's house? Your partner's house,
and the partner's there, so it's not like he knows it's his house.
Yes. I mean, at the moment it's awesome, but when you think about it, it's like, wait a minute, you sacrifice your own house.
I would understand if there was a squad of guys there and maybe more than a few guys in the room. It was just Gary Busey. He is a crazy guy, and he was meant to be a threat, but he wasn't throw a car into my house kind of a threat.
Right.
He wasn't a monster.
Yeah.
You could have gone in there and swept that house.
Right. A lot of times this movie felt like it had a lot of great separate scenes, and then let's put into this. The desert scene, the rescue of the daughter.
Yeah, it felt very choppy.
That was awesome. In certain stuff, yeah, it was like why would you bring your so even though we love this film, to pause here. Yeah. You're going to the meeting
with the shotgun. Oh, finish your thought first. I'll tell you mine because you're going to
I'm going to the desert.
Yeah.
You go into a desert, open desert. There's a helicopter flying by. So you stop, let him out. He's running to hide around some little bushes. And then the main villain finds him that easily.
Yes. Because they were supposed to be like special forces or something like that.
No, I understand. They were talking while they were walking back. But I'm just saying, I just find it funny that
I found it funny that the helicopter chased down the limousine and was trying to like tag the limousine with the bottom end of the helicopter.
Right. But like I would think it made more sense if Gary Busey's character, Joshua, found Riggs outside and the main villain is conducting the business. I don't know. It would have made more sense for me. It would have made more sense. I mean, it works. This is fun. I had a huge blast with this. But I find some things just kind of weird. Like, give it up, son. There's no heroes in this world anymore. And then Riggs just rests in. I was like, that's so cliche, but so awesome at the same time. But yeah, my faux pas is in the beginning. The girl who commits suicide.
Oh, when she hits the car?
She's falling. Yeah. When she's about to hit the car, she's about to hit the hood of the car. But they show her landing on the roof of the car.
Oh, in pristine condition. I
mean, not bloody, not broken bones, not like all disfigured, none of that.
She didn't take drugs.
Perfect titties.
She took a super serum. She became Captain America.
Right. I mean, if the girl's going to fall on top of the car where it was going to fall, just keep it there.
Yeah. If they didn't show the girl, they just showed because they showed the impact on the car. I think that would have been enough.
Right. Exactly. Don't show the girl going towards the car, going towards the hood of the car, and then place her on the roof.
Yeah.
They're like, don't do that. Have her fall and then show the impact of the car. That would have been, yes. And then show where the body is. Yeah, I agree with you. But you were going to say?
So it was right after they were going to go see, what they call her, the lady of the night. I think it was Dixie, right?
I thought that was Pam Grier first.
She's a white woman.
Well, yes, but real quick, because the nose, and Pam Grier played a couple hooker roles, like cameos.
But she wasn't that skin color.
I thought the girl was a little darker.
No, she was very fair skinned.
Okay, my bad.
Now after that explosion, though, they went to talk to some other girls. So you might be talking about that.
No, I'm talking about the one. Oh, you're a real comedian.
No, that was either way. Trixie. So that night shot when they went to go talk to Trixie. I thought it was Dixie. But anyways, they went to talk to some other girls. And that's when like the drive-by shotguns shot that throws Mel Gibson into the glass window.
That's long after.
That was long after? Because it felt quick. Because I was like...
No, that was long after. After the house explosion, then they talked to the boys, the kids.
Yeah.
It didn't happen right away. It happened a few, like 10 minutes later, something like that. And
well,
then,
only because it took a while for them to interview the boy.
Well, yeah, and then
I was considered that all part of one thing, but yeah. It just segued into it, and they're like, he got shot through a window. I'm like, that felt choppy. It didn't feel like a natural scene. Because they go, find out what that officer knows, right? And instead of finding out what he knows, they go and shoot him. So
true. Yes, you're right. Instead of asking questions, they just took them out. So you're right.
I was saying it's just a little bit wild.
No, I'm saying like even though this movie is fun as all hell, it's a great ride. It's a great escape. it did feel like they had plans. Like, okay, this is a great scene. Now this is a great scene. You know what would be a great scene? This will be a great scene. And you know what? Okay, this will also. So it felt like so much different things. Let's just put into one movie.
Yeah, that's what it felt like in a lot of ways.
How about this? The helicopter shows up while Murtaugh is interviewing
his friend. Yeah.
Yeah. The helicopter shows up and quickly shoots off and kills the guy. Like, how do you know that's him inside a room not well lit? Because it's not at night. It's during the day, and it's kind of hard to see.
They're all super soldiers. Gary Busey can spot them from like a hawk and ID them from.
That was super fast. That was super fast. And then you have Mel Gibson try to shoot.
And didn't Mel Gibson also ID him a little bit too? He's like he's a pale blonde guy. He's like, he called him like a albino. I'm like, he's not that way. I'm like, Jesus.
But that's the scene where we're saying is like, are you through? And then Rick says, I haven't even started. I mean, this movie has some great lines too. I'm sorry. It's not like Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'll be back lines, but you have some great lines here that I find it hysterical. Go spit. Go spit. I'm like, who says that?
Yes, I thought that was them trying to like do some recordings for like so we can air this on TV, and they just didn't change it back. Nope, that's the legit line from the script.
That's a legit, go spit.
I felt like calling Dad and being like, is this a slang term that you guys used to use in the 80s? Like, go spit? I just wanted to ask.
I know, it's like, huh?
Because I've never heard that used as a slang anywhere.
Me neither. Besides that movie, I was like, what? He might as well say, go sit on it.
Yeah, that would have been.
Sit on it, Fonzie.
Sit on it and rotate.
Like, he could have said that. He could have said that.
Like, this movie did have some lines. Roger Murtaugh, I was driving before you were itching your daddy's pants.
But also, did it not remind you of John Wick after they rescue the girl and him? They come out into the club and they start shooting. Like, people start fighting them and he starts shooting off. It reminded me of John Wick scene.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about because like they go out into the club, they get off a couple of shots and no one does anything until like the third or fourth shot.
And how about this? The guy at the bar, as soon as the door opens, he turns around. Like, how do you know that there's immediate threat coming through that door?
I mean, someone comes running through the door.
But no, as soon as the door opened, the door opens and he just turns around. I think the door opened in instead of out. And the thing is, that the club is loud. How are you going to hear that door? But that scene did remind me of John Wick. I was like, maybe John Wick got that influence from Lethal Weapon.
I could see a lot of things getting influenced from Lethal Weapon.
But to go back to Tong, the Asian dude,
Endo.
That scene, Endo, that scene is in The Last Boy Scout. The girl, the daughter of Bruce Willis, is watching Lethal Weapon and watching that scene as Murtaugh kills him from hanging. It's so funny.
That's
that
hilarious.
whole scene. Yeah, it is. Now, so many faux pas. As for an escapism, I accept it.
Fair enough.
And this is a Christmas movie.
And they do play Christmas music all throughout the thing. They're referencing Christmas. Even Gary Busey, does he say "I hate elves" or "I hate Christmas" or something like that? Like at one of the scene, like near the end.
Well, no, it's like he comes in, TV's playing. He said, "You know what today is?" He said, "It's fucking Christmas" or something like that. So he's answering the TV.
Yeah, but he does say something like that. He hates it or something like that. But yeah, you know, they definitely use the Christmas theme throughout the film. I mean, literally, they introduce Riggs at selling Christmas trees.
He's not selling.
He's buying drugs.
He's buying drugs, and they say, "Well, I'll give you a tree for free."
Yeah.
So to go back to Rotten Tomatoes, it is currently scored still to this day 80% by the critics and 86% by the audience. Where do you score it at?
I'm going 78.
Fuck you. I am going 90 because this is a good movie. This movie gave 3 sequels. It gave out a show series, predominantly may give out another movie sequel directed by Mel Gibson. This movie rocks. Yes. Is it a mess in certain areas? Yes. Is this worth the own? Hell yeah. Director's cut? Hell no.
Get the theatrical.
The theatrical is better. It's tighter. It makes more sense. It tells the story perfectly. The other stuff they do here, they try to put in. It's like for example, in the extended version, the director's cut, they show the picture of his wife and the day they get married, right?
Yeah.
In the director's cut, the pictures are switched. Yeah.
Just goes to show, sometimes the director's cut is not the better cut.
Right. There are some that are better. Batman versus Superman.
Blade Runner.
That I have not seen the extended version of Blade Runner, so I don't know.
There's like 5.
I know. And there's a 3-hour version of Superman, Christopher Reeve Superman. There's a 3-hour version. I don't know how that is. I bought it. I have not yet to see it. Maybe we'll watch it when you come down for the holidays.
Maybe.
So we'll see. But anyway, this is a great movie. Yes, it's a mess, but it's a beautiful mess. Don't take it so seriously. Just enjoy it. Enjoy the acting. Enjoy the chemistry of the two. Enjoy the villains. The villains are awesome. They are. Gary Busey is great as a badass villain.
The one guy. You're out of this world, man. You're out of this world.
The burning of the skin.
Yeah. It's a good
Jesus
moment.
Christ. Yes. This is part of my Christmas viewing. I'm watching another one tomorrow. I'm going to watch another one, blah, blah, blah. My all-time favorite Christmas movie is The Grinch Who Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey. That's my all-time favorite. But Die Hard, Batman Returns, Home Alone 1 and 2. Gremlins. Yes. I haven't seen that. That'll be for our next year.
They got a show now.
A Gremlins show?
Yeah. It's not Christmassy.
I doubt. I would not think so. I think they're making another Gremlins movie.
Maybe.
I think. Maybe a prequel, I think.
The show is a prequel.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right. Never mind.
Oh, and what did the one shepherd say to the other shepherd?
Get off my lawn.
Let's get the flock out of here.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He says that. Mel Gibson says it. That's right. Totally forgot about that.
Happy holidays.
Oh, yeah. And then he goes, oh, this is like that a house I see it on The Rich and Shameless.
Yes.
See, there's some great moments here. There are some really good moments in this movie. All right, guys, that is our throwback review of Lethal Weapon. Have you seen it? What was your favorite moment? Who is your favorite character of the two? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram. Until next time, we'll be the next time. I'm Angel.
I'm Adon.
Happy holidays, bro.
Happy holidays.